welcome me back home, back into the state. In the last 7-8 days, I was aware at the international platform to see how we can sell out the image of Benue State, to clear the name of the state from the disconnect that had existed in the number of years, particularly in the last 8 years. Benue State was no longer at the international radar. Benue State wasn't even at the national radar. And under the government of a new sheriff in town, we needed to do that to let the entire world know that Benue State is here. Benue State is open for business. Benue State is the real thing, and Benue State is the home for development of not only for Benue. The way we have charted it now, Benue State is going to be a place where a number of other states would be coming to see what's doing here so that they take it back home to their various states to replicate. So under the auspices of the United States government and some establishment of theirs in collaboration with our establishment here in Nigeria, my governance, the United States Peace Institute invited the 19 states in the nation, the northern states, for us to come and rub minds to see how we can chart a number of ways forward on the insecurities we in the northern states particularly are wrestling with. It was very fruitful, quite nourishing at the same time, to have on the desk a number of members of the Department of Defense of the United States, and then the State Department. These are establishments that deal with securities of nations, and they feel quite concerned with what's going on with a number of destabilized states here security-wise. So quite a number of us, up to 10 governors, particularly from the north, were at these consortium, and a number of things were considered which we are going to implement and to see how we quell down the disturbances we're experiencing. Of note, it must be very pointedly out there that getting back our displaced persons remains paramount to me and to all of us. And this is where we're headed to. Of note is the fact that farmers are getting back to their own farms, particularly by the axis of Gwe West, Gwe East, Guma, and Makurdi. All the other areas are also enjoying some relative peace. And that is the way forward for all of us. While we were out there thinking what mechanisms best to put in place for the system to work and work even more efficiently and effectively, I want those of us at the home front also to do our own bit. And we must do that. Each person is a security personnel. Each of us is a security personnel, and we must be in the forefront of It should even go beyond, if you see something, say something. We ought to know those who are around us. Don't let anybody buy you off for anything that you will sell your people. Don't let anybody get you cowed in so that you destroy and you destabilize, and then you sell your people by giving information to those who should not have that information, who get back there and then come in to destabilize us and to drive our farmers from the farmlands. That would be extremely unacceptable. If we get to know of such person within any community, the person is going to face the music. Our people cannot settle for less. They knew who they were voting in for power. They knew that I am a man of peace. I not only promise bringing peace back to the states, they fully understand what peace can do for all of us. And this is why I cannot accept anyone, whether you are a former governor or whether you are a civil servant serving currently, or whether you are doing your business somewhere in Benue, or you're trying to engage on your farm somewhere, please let it purely be that. If you are a former governor, concentrate on where you are. If you don't have anything positively to contribute to Benue, shut up. Because you did your part, your terms came, you worked through your terms, and it is over, and you must, I'm not asking, you must give peace a chance. You must allow this administration to fully establish and then to carry out what we promised the people that we were going to carry out. It is very, very imperative to me, if you are in the state, know exactly what you're saying. If you want it, criticisms are very welcome on me and on my administration, but check your facts, verify them, verify your facts. Because don't just sit out there to speak as if you're sitting in a Yoi Burukutu. Again, I must reiterate this, because words have consequences. Words have consequences. If you serve your term and it's over, you cannot sit in some corner to destabilize this administration. It's unacceptable. I want everyone to understand very fully. There's so much we need to do for our people. And this is part of what I went out there to kill and bring back home to the state. We were quite privileged on the number of counts of achievements we would be able to point our fingers at. I want more to happen. I want more to happen. I don't just want us to, to count and stop at the fact that we were able to pay salaries up to date, and then we have also started paying arrears, and we're going to keep on the track, and then we're going to keep hiring. We started all these things right on day one, and there's no stopping on them at all. Very ethical. No stopping on that. On youth employment, some part of our establishments have already started employing. Already we have, just from the Benue State teaching hospital have hired up to 400 people, including specialists, in different areas. And this is what this administration will continue to do, because we intend to let everybody have relevance in this state. And this is why any comment that does not go well with the image of the state and the very honorable individuals in the state, this administration will take it up to you. When you see young people supporting this administration or working hard for the growth and the development of Benue State, you don't call the youth thugs. You don't. I think some people need to be taught these things again. They just speak at random. Maybe this person that say the youth are thugs, or do not even, do not even understand what that means. Whoever must have called you people of the youth of Benue thugs, first of all, I would like that person or those persons to withdraw that public statement. The youth of the state have suffered in the past so much so that now that you are gaining traction on sanity and development, I wouldn't want anyone to pocket them and have them stigmatized. If you don't understand who a thug is, again, just shut up. It's as simple as that. The youth are thriving. The youth are thriving. We don't have criminality in the state here. Even right at the capital, here, we don't. If you read series of stories of what I read and hear from other places, it's quite disheartening. So the youth here are quite concerned on what happens in the state. And I would like every person at all to honor them and to respect them. Ortom workai, Ortom kai respect, well respect. So whoever those people are, to discredit the youth in the state, they must find their feet and understand exactly what they are talking about. The youth are doing so much. It is the youth who are primarily the backbone and the support of our APC in the state. And for the record, APC is come to stay for good. All the way APC and nothing more and nothing less. So let me quickly thank you for the support you give APC in our state. And I remain very grateful to all of you. By elements of ensuring that peace returns to the state, by this invite of the United States Peace Institute and the Defense State Department and the Department of Defense, we are quite grateful to all those who are not only supporting the state, but who are looking out for new things to come. I was privileged to hold a town hall, a Zoom town hall, with all the Benue diasporans worldwide in the United States. So over there, we rub minds, we discuss a number of things, we let them understand what we are doing on the ground, and then what the future holds for all of us. We also itemized how they can come in to see how they can play their own quarters in contributions for our own development as well. I was also privileged to invite them to see the bit of brain contributions and skills contributions they can also make to this administration. We were also privileged for this outing I did to meet with the Nigerian Professionals Network. This is a very large body that helps bring a number of commercial entities and investment entities to Nigeria. We are quite privileged to be at their colloquium as well. It remains our hope that we made a lot of pitches. Same thing, we were privileged to be at the United States Chamber of Commerce, the largest body in the world, where everybody, investment, commerce, economics, assemble. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is an entity that makes some good sales. We were able to make the Benue pitch, and thank God, right from within the room, we gained a lot of tractions. We brought 1, 2, 3 things back home. Other members of the team would be coming in by tomorrow, by necessity. So I wouldn't want to preempt, the content of the rest of the baggage, of the luggages, the goodies they're bringing for us. But I was necessitated to be back home ahead of them because we're doing the wake of my little sister today, and then the burial takes place tomorrow. I invite you to, while you condole with all of us, show presence if you can, possibly if you can. It's my maternal little sister, my cousin precisely, who grew up with me, who has been there, a very brainy little girl. God knows best, but I will pray that her soul finds rest with the Lord, and the immediate parents as well will take consolation in the fact that she was a very great, exemplary life, and a very obedient child and quite brainy child. So God rest her and consoles the immediate parents as well. We were also privileged to not only be celebrated by one of ours when we were out there, by the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, one of our very own, our Queen, Ambassador Amina J. Muhammad, who played host to a good number of state governors, the Northwest governors, and then from the North Central, 2 of us were also amongst this committee of governors, the governor of Niger State, and then myself. We had some good interfaces. Again, we spoke about good governance. We established the fact that without good governance, a number of bad things will happen. Just like previously, we had horrible governance in a number of places, and horrible things happened, including insecurities and all that. The crop of governance at this season are so warmed up to ensuring that development comes into our states, and we champion peace, and just to ensure that everybody gains the benefit of democracy in our own state. And this is where we're headed. She also pledged her support to Nigeria overall, and then particularly to those of us who sought to see her and seek the United Nations interventions. The deliberations were very peaceful and quite encouraging. With all the pitches we made, commercial pitches, industrialization pitches we made, I'm looking forward at the expansion of our farms and then the modernization of the farms. as people have started going back, the IDPs have started getting back to ancestral homes for farming. It is my pure hope that we're going to have even some more yields. I'm trying to see how the state we migrate from just one-time season in the year to at least making it twice in and off-season farming, dry and rainy season farming. And we truly need to be quite huge on that. This is why I need all of us to cooperate with our security apparatuses, just to ensure that they have the support they need, so that they give us their own very best. Remember, there's new governance in terms of security in the state as well. And we want you to take advantage of that. The uniformed people are here for us, and they are only assisting us to be comfortable in our state. We must cooperate with them. Don't let any person abuse or use you as youth in the state. If someone wants cows to be stolen somewhere, let them bring back their children who are in abroad, and let them send them to go and steal the cows. If anyone wants to use you for his own mischief, tell him, let him be the lead person on the bad thing he wants conducted on the state, and not any youth here. Tell them, our youth, you are so responsible and you cannot settle for any irresponsibility. Make it very clear to them. I know that I had missed Benue just within the last 8 days. The United States is good, but Benue is best. So, and this is why I'm quite happy and excited to be back home. There are a number of things we need to put in place to make our place very hospitable some more, and then even very homey. So I invite everyone to join hands with us to ensure that peace returns back to our shores, and then our IDPs are taken back home. If you hear of anything that looks closer to anything destabilization, let us know. Let us know. We fix it. We will fix it very promptly. In any local government at all, or even here at the headquarters, I don't want to hear anything cultism. Because that is not the prescription of Benue. If cultism is your religion, practice it very silently and without making any noise. I practice my religion very silently. My religion of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, very silently and privately. So anything you think you are doing that involves a number of people, whether be the court or something, don't disturb any person on it. But I want it to be very clear. Cultism has no room in this state. 419 or Yahoo has no room in this state. Let it be very clear. I'm going to speak with owners and managers of hotels in the state, because by the security reports I receive, some hotels hide or shield some unknown miscreants who walk into the state. You don't know what they are here for, but in the night they are out there doing very ugly, unacceptable things within here. and then destabilizing people, by internet. It's very unacceptable. If you know anyone who calls himself a kidnapper, just let the authorities here know. Let our government know. Just let the police know. Even by the ranks of the uniform, if you know that someone is part of any ring that deals with kidnapping, let me know directly. The doors here are very open. See, the Okada guys, the tricyclists, and different forms of people who are privileged to in the business of transportation. You even understand the state better than all of us. You pick people from one corner to the other. If you see anything that is not clear to you, we're going to establish a phone center where anything happening from any angle of the state, you call that number and we will be the first responders to follow. If you drop someone at a hotel, that if you pick people from one point to the other, engage them, interact with them. If they seem stranger than fictions, you would call the center number and we will do follow-up. If we discover any kidnapper in any hotel or in any home, we are going to destroy that house or that company. We will pull it down. We will pull it down. I'm speaking with a new air, not of authority, but the new air of the newness of doing business. If you want to stay in Benue and do business, it must be by the code of keeping the law and the rule of the land and doing it decently, transparently, responsibly. So we cannot accommodate anything that looks ugly here. There were lots of queues in Abuja. I don't know whether it was kind of an artificial scarcity that was being created, for those who were at the PMS stations, the fuel stations. But if by chance, I haven't received any good information on that, but I'm hoping that what I saw in Abuja, the filling stations, does not extend to Benue. You sellers, if you have fuels at your stations, please open your stations. Let everybody gain access. Don't create any artificial scarcity. The state is well armed for business, and we wouldn't want any wing at all, to hold us back. Any wing at all to hold us back. And then this takes my mind again to some comment that I read in the Punch newspaper this afternoon. When some leaders in some establishment are not fully informed, it's not ideal for them just to make any open statement. For you to speak publicly, you have to do investigative, call it journalism, or investigative findings. If you are informed by any mischief or by any disinformative personnel or misinformation monger, it's even proper for you to get out there to find out the facts before you say anything on the state, particularly on Benue State and this administration. Since 1999, I say it with an air of correctness and authority that the civil servants, including teachers, have never experienced the goodies they're experiencing here in the state in the last 11 months. So if someone makes an ugly statement indicting Father Alia and the administration of Benue State on teachers, I think they owe us a very big apology. Let this kind of a leader get out there First of all, to investigate the personality that got him that information, and then the misinformation he himself relayed to the public and even to the national newspapers. Let him get back to the national newspapers, having found the reality and the facts of the welfare of teachers in this state. Then let him make that public apology to myself and then to the state, because it's unacceptable just for you just to be flip-flopping on what you say, not having facts, at your fingertips, or not knowing what you're talking about. There's more dignity in silence. If you don't know what to speak, just stay quiet. It helps. Overall, gentlemen and ladies, I can't thank you enough for the support you continue to give to all of us. You are great guys. You are truly great guys. I'm happy to be back home. There's so much we can continue to do for the growth of the state. I invite everyone to be a collaborator. Be a collaborator. Let's be partners in this business. There's so much that can come for you. I'm encouraging young people to get into farm cooperatives. We are very strongly trying to close arrangements and plans to get in farm products, also farm inputs, so that the groupings that have the cooperatives, we would incentivize them, would give you the capital you need to go and do that farm. This administration will foot all the bill. So we get you to the farm. If you choose to do, say sesame or soybeans or yams or rice or sorghum, you are very welcome. Any other breed you feel you can do best at. If you wish to do plants, palm trees, mango trees, orange trees, cashew trees, and you name them, we are willing to do that. I'm thinking that I will do some consult. I would want 2 people again and see those who are intending to take on on palm planting farming, because we got new breed, in large quanta that can go round, and then we actually want to do some more on that. So I'm inviting you to form blocks where you can meet us as administration, and we give you your support to go and do the best thing the state is known for. Benue State has no cost whatsoever to talk about food insecurity, because we are the food hub of the nation, and we will continue to do some more. So I invite you to take advantage of this offer. If it means being an off-takers, we give you the money, go to your farm, do the rest of it. We give you farm inputs, including the fertilizers and everything. And then at the end of the day, we would buy the crops at your own pricing. And that is the new Benue I'm looking forward to. I want the farmers to be smiling to the bank.